Hello everyone, this is Mr. Joza here, and welcome back to my Bitcoin Look Ahead series. Thank you very much to Colin Crypto for the $25 donation. I've spent your donation on beer, which helps keep the charting to the highest quality, so cheers mate. For those who haven't looked at the chart in the past 10 days, the price has grown to $593 on Bitfinex, and consolidated, and is currently consolidating at $580. Or a good $140 higher, or about 25%. Now I won't say I saw this coming, as I expected to see a little bit more consolidation with the tightening bands, but once we expanded after breaking the secondary bearish trend, it quickly retested the highs and just absolutely mooned. Now things are starting to get interesting. It seems every dip is being bought, and we've increased in price a good 25% in the last week, so we're going to move to a bubble watch-like fashion. Like several times before in Bitcoin, the price has quickly doubled after or in anticipation of a major fundamental change. In 2012, this was the previous halvening. In 2013, the collapse of Silk Road, ergo the somewhat legitimization of Bitcoin, and the Chinese markets were entering as well. A lot of the volume was the Mt. Gox widely bought purchasing, however, and as that was the largest exchange at the time, there is a lot of speculation that this was the cause of the bubble reaching the 4-digit highs that it did. So we're going to be using the bubble deflation side for resistance levels on the way up on this one. So here we are at the second halvening in 2015, and we have the right ingredients for another speculator bubble. Episode number 9 mentioned the Chinese market crisis and the upcoming halvening. I'd also like to add an additional factor. The Russian government suggested adopting a state-controlled cryptocurrency, and the report heavily suggests outlawing use of Bitcoin. The incentive of this seems to be the total money management, making it significantly more difficult to hide money because it's on a ledger, and reducing money laundering and other illegal activity. Obviously, there was a surge of interest in literally every other cryptocurrency out of that state. However, with the large premium we've seen in China, this appears to be largely a move on their end, along with the technical analysis break upwards. Now, should we see further bullish action, there are 3 zones of resistance I've identified from our time back in 2014. Apart from $600, which is round number resistance, I'm also looking at resistance at $613, $639, and most significantly, $664. The range from 650 to 665 will likely be the toughest nut to crack on the upside. I've chosen these areas because there are several tags across a very high time frame. Bear in mind that this chart is about 4 months spanning. Now, as I mentioned on Twitter, I may not be publishing my trades, as I will only be looking to sell for strict risk management during this kind of bubble stage, and not really looking to trade the minor waves as I have been before. The halvening is only 33 days away, and we already have seen a lot of speculative buying. There's also some media attention after the $500 break, and I would expect to see some more once we blast up through the $600 level. For roughly the last week, we've been consolidating above the $570 support level, with several retests of the previous high seen on May the 29th. Visible on the 4-hour Bollinger Bands, there is a contraction then rapid expansion after breaking up from the $550 resistance level. Now I would have liked to say this indicates a $570 retest, but we've already passed that, and we're currently contracting again at the $580 support. With the looming OBV bearish break, however, and a red Heikin-Ashi candle, this does suggest we may see some retracement. Possibly as low as $530 to $550 for a retest. But there is a whole lot of support at that level. During any bubble, however, the only selling you want to be doing is managing your own risk so you don't get slapped when the bubble eventually collapses. How aggressive you want to be with this risk management is up to you.
Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine. Ha ha! Nine, 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 nine. Things that never bother you, never bother me. I feel happy and fine. Ha ha!
Thank you very much for watching, and cheers.